Hi, my name is Shaleen Agrawal. I am a mother of two, born and raised in Kenya, having lived here most of my adult life, and did my undergrad and MBA in the United States. Then went and lived in India for 10 years with my family and my husband and my son, and most recently living in Singapore. I'm here today to share two stories with you of how Dr. Versani has made a huge difference in my health and in my life. The first story begins in 1997 when I was in the US studying for my undergrad. I had a lot of stomach and gastro issues, and I would visit this student clinic many times, and then eventually the big hospitals there, trying to figure out what was wrong, why I was having the stomach pain. They did lots of tests. They did exams, but they were not able to find anything. In fact, they thought that since I was from Africa, I might have some infectious disease, which they weren't able to figure out. Eventually, when there was no recourse, they decided that I had IBS. So gave me some medicine and said that this is a lifelong disease or plan that you will have to live with, so adapt so. So I'd come home for a holiday, and I met Dr. Versani, who was treating my brother for some back issues. And I came to see him, and I explained to him what I was having and how the doctors weren't able to figure out what was wrong with me. In the first 5 minutes of meeting Dr. Versani, I was so impressed that he knew exactly what was wrong with me and was able to reassure me that this is something that he could fix, something that I could fix easily, naturally, in the next 3 months. And I would not have lifelong issue. This was not something I would have to deal with for the rest of my life. I followed his treatment plan. I took the medicine, the natural Ayurvedic medicine that he had given me, and after 3 months, I was completely fine. He told me that the food plan that he had given me, the naturopathic medicine and Ayurvedic medicine he had given me, was actually going to rebuild my stomach lining. And that is the base of everything. After 3 months, I was completely fine. I was able to eat and drink and do all the things that doctors had told me I was not going to be able to do. That was the first time I met Dr. Versani, and he made a huge, huge difference in my life. The second time I met Dr. Versani was about 2 years ago. I was suffering from some really bad breathing problems. As most people are aware, the pollution in India is really, really bad. I lived in Delhi, which is, even of all the places in India, I think the #1 city that has the most pollution. In the years that I'd lived there, I was having some breathing problems, but not so severe. This year, however, and I'm talking about 2 years ago, was really, really bad. I was having problems breathing at home, and not just me. Most of the people in our neighborhood, most of the people in our city, they were having problems. So we went to the hospital. There were kids in the hospital, there were adults, there were old people, all suffering with breathing problems. I had really bad wheezing. I was not able to breathe well, and so the doctors hospitalized me and kept me there for 3 days. They put me on antibiotics, they put me on steroids, and they gave me a nebulizer. So all of these things helped me to breathe. Yes, they had serious side effects, which I was not happy with, but I had no choice. I had to take these medicines. When I left the hospital, I also left with a UTI infection, which took more than 3 to 4 months to get better. In these 3 or 4 months, I visited so many doctors, some of the best doctors in Delhi, some of the best hospitals. I had several blood tests, urine tests to figure out which antibiotic, which bacteria was making me sick. Eventually, there were only a few medicines that could work for me, and in fact, I had to take them through IV. So I had a cannula in my hand and had to alternate the hands. I was physically weak, I was drained out, my hands were swollen and bruised, and yet I had a family to look after, kids to send to school. I sent my reports to Dr. Versani and I said, I need help, please send me some medicine that can help me get better. So he sent some Ayurvedic medicines with my parents who came to visit me, and within 1 week of taking these medicines, I felt much better. And the reports showed that it was working too. So after about a month, I was physically stronger to be able to come back to Kenya with my parents and children for a holiday and to get treated by Dr. Versani. Within a month, I was 95% better. He treated me with Ayurvedic medicines, with naturopathic medicines, and even acupuncture. I went back to Delhi, breathing fine, stronger, physically, mentally. And I cannot tell you how much better I felt. In 6 months, I had suffered so much, spent so much money, and I was so much weaker when doctors were not able to even figure out what was wrong with me. And here was a doctor, through natural means and ways, was making me feel better. I cannot speak highly enough about Dr. Versani. His methods, his medicine, and his treatment plan and his diagnosis is spot on. I am forever grateful for him. Thank you. Life today as a mother. So, as I said, I live in Singapore now, and life is very good. I am very grateful. I have, with children, they do get sick, yeah? But because of my sicknesses and because of the way I've seen how medicine versus naturopathy and Ayurvedic medicine works, I've actually opted that for my kids. So when they do have a cold, when they do have a cough, I use the natural ways. Many times I call Dr. Versani or I WhatsApp him, that this is what is happening to them. And sitting there so far away with access to different kinds of things, this is still the man I come back to. This is still the medicine that I want to treat my family.
My name is Jay, and I visited Dr. Danesh a couple of weeks ago with the problem in my wrist. I have been doing computer work for a long time, and it grew from bad to worse. So when I have my wrist in a steady position, it just starts to hurt. So Dr. Danesh recommended I do a traditional Thai massage called Marma massage, and I've been having it done about once a week initially, and then I recently changed it 2 times a week because I saw lots of improvements. I felt better than I have for several months now, or more than several months actually. So I'm very happy about the way it's been going. Yeah, absolutely. So this has been a chronic issue that I've had with my wrist and my lower arm. So I would recommend this for many people who have chronic issues. Absolutely. Yes, I had some acupuncture done, which I also had some benefits from, but this is the Marma massage has been much more beneficial for me.